Thank you for joining the Zoom meeting. Today we are going to discuss about the ammonium nitrate as a fertilizer. Tika, can you explain to us the characteristics of ammonium nitrate?
Okay, as from my research, the characteristic of ammonium nitrate is a chemical compound with formula NH4NF3, as you can see in the poster. Ammonium nitrate is also in the white crystalline solid that consists of ions nitrates and ion ammonium. Ammonium nitrate is highly soluble in water and hygroscopic as solid, although it doesn't not form hydrates. Predominantly, ammonium nitrate is used in agriculture as high nitrogen fertilizer. So, ammonium nitrate has an advantage over urea because they are more stable and does not rapidly to lose nitrogen to atmosphere. So, to more understand about ammonium nitrate is highly soluble in water, let's watch the video.
Upon adding the ammonium nitrate and stirring, you can see a dramatic decrease in the temperature of the solution. As the stirring continues,
Tika, as you have done with your research, can you explain about the characteristic of nitrogen gas?
Of course I can. So, the characteristic of nitrogen gas is they occurs naturally. So, they are colorless, odorless, and tasteless gas. They also combined in a large number of natural compounds. They also present in soil in the form of nitrates, nitrates, and ammonium salts that used to fertilize the soil. And last but not least, nitrogen gas also found in the proteins and other organic compounds.
So, what about the chemical properties of the nitrogen gas?
Okay, for the chemical properties of nitrogen gas is they are inactive and gas temperature. Nitrogen gas also can be combined with oxygen to form nitric oxide, which is NO for the chemical formula, and in need of the presence of electrical energy from lighting or spark. So, nitric oxide is more reactive compared to other elements consisting of nitrogen gas. So far, as I talk about the chemical properties, what about the physical properties of the nitrogen gas?
Okay, the physical properties of nitrogen gas. I have done my own research, and the physical properties of nitrogen gas is it is odorless, colorless, and tasteless gas. Its density is 1.2505 gram per liter. The nitrogen gas can change into a liquid if we put it in a room temperature with negative 195.79 Kelvin. Then we can change that nitrogen liquid into a solid if we put it in a temperature of negative 210.01 Kelvin. We can see a solid white if the nitrogen gas is in freeze. It looks like snow like that, and it's slightly soluble in water. As I done my research, I also known that 100 liter of water can dissolve 2 liter of nitrogen. So that's it, the physical properties of nitrogen gas.
Okay, Fazana, can you explain about the importance of nitrogen gas?
Okay, the importance of nitrogen gas. Nitrogen gas is important to make two types of fertilizer. One is ammonium nitrate as a synthetic fertilizer, and second is ammonium sulfate that are used for alkaline soil. Um, uh, Nitrogen gas also important because it exists in the urea, and it also synthesis of nitric acid reacted with oxygens. That's it.
Sorry to interrupt, Par, but can ammonium nitrate can be created using household chemicals?
As I said earlier, the importance of nitrogen gas is to make a synthetic fertilizer that is ammonium nitrate. It can be made by ammonium gas reacted with nitric acid and will produce concentrated ammonium nitrate, and it will produces prodigious amount of heat.
So interrupt, Par, but can ammonium nitrate can be made using household chemicals?
Yes, it can. Using the 7 types of material, first you need sodium bisulfate that can found with pool chemicals. Equivalents of nitrate salt, sodium nitrate, any of the following. Sodium nitrate, a common food preservations. Potassium nitrate, which you can buy or make it yourself. Calcium nitrate, ammonia that will be found common in household cleaner. And lastly, methanol, and it is optional, which may be found as heat force treatment. Okay, the process is by you will need to dissolve the sodium bisulfate in the minimum amount of water, that is about 300 milliliter. Dissolve your nitrate salt in a minimum amount of water, depends on the salt. Mix the two solutions, and then you want to neutralize the solution, which is quite acidic. Stir in ammonium until the pH of the mixture is 7 or higher. Use a pH meter, or you can also use a pH paper. And then you react and then the reactant of ammonia, sodium bisulfate, and nitrate will give you sodium sulfate and ammonium nitrate. Sodium sulfate and ammonium nitrate have different solubles in water, so boil the solution to get the sodium sulfate to crystallize. Remove the liquid from the heat when crystallized, or when crystals of sodium sulfate form in the bottom of the pan. And then you can chill the solution in freezer to get as much of sodium sulfate as sulfate as possible to drop out the solutions. Run the solution through a filter. You can use coffee filter or paper towels to separate the solid sodium sulfate from the ammonium nitrate solutions. And then you allow this ammonium nitrate solution to evaporate, which will give you ammonium nitrate with some sodium sulfate impurity. This is good enough for most chemistry projects. If you want to further purify the ammonium nitrate, dissolve it in about 500 ml of methanol, and then the amount nitrate is soluble in methanol while the sodium sulfate is not. Run the solution through a filter, which will give you a sodium sulfate on the filter and a solution of ammonium nitrate. Allow the methanol to evaporate from the solution to obtain crystalline ammonium nitrate. And there you go, you get the ammonium nitrate. Okay, I just know this kind of thing, but I don't know what it will affect to plant growth. So, Azri, can you explain more about it?
Sure, Far. Okay, now I would like to explain about the effect of ammonium nitrate to plant growth. Okay, it's a well-known fact that plants need sufficient nutrients to grow, and that these nutrients need to be applied in the right proportions. Okay, too much or not enough of one or several nutrients may interfere with the plant's development. Okay, first of all, ammonium nitrates can enhance plant growth, which provides a ready supply of nitrogen from which plants can grow. Okay, in addition, it is important in soil-less media as the roots can affect the pH of the mediums more quickly. Okay, the next ones, appropriate ammonium nitrate ratio and substrate temperature are essentials. Um, as we can know, for optimal updates and growth, each plant species may require a different ratio of ammonium to nitrates, as we will see, the correct ratio also varies with temperature, growth stage, and even the pH in the root zone and the soil properties. Okay, last but not least, ammonium nitrates helps plant to achieve an optimum pH for plant growth, as the pH change may affect solubility and availability of other nutrients in plant growth.
Okay, Azri, may I know that there is any dangers or the advantages of ammonium nitrate as fertilizer?
Yes, although ammonium nitrates give some beneficial to plant growth, it also has their own dangers and disadvantages. Okay, the first of all, ammonium nitrates. We all know that ammonium nitrate is well known as hazardous material, as it's easily explode when it exposed to heat for a long time. Okay. In addition, storing ammonium nitrates can be really dangerous, as ammonium nitrate is inorganic chemical used as fertilizer and in the manufacture of explosives. Explosive. Okay. Under normal handling conditions, ammonium nitrate is not harmful. However, inhalation of high concentration of ammonium nitrates, this can cause respiratory tract irritation, some symptoms such as bloody diarrhea, abdominal pain. Last but not least, ammonium nitrates forms milk acid when mixed with water. This acid can cause irritation to the eyes, nose, and the skin. Okay, large quantity of compact ammonium that exposed to intense heat can trigger to explosion. Okay, for more details, let's watch this video.
Just after 6 p.m. local time on Tuesday the 4th of August, an explosion ripped through Beirut's port. People in Lebanon's capital had earlier spotted a large fire at the port, billowing dark smoke into the air. There were reports that a warehouse containing fireworks had caught fire. And several videos of the scene showed coloured flashes in the flames. Videos from the scene suggest there was one smaller explosion. And then roughly 30 seconds later, this enormous shock.
From our discussion, we are able to understand more about ammonium nitrate as a fertilizer. So from our last video that represented by Azri, we end our discussion. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.